See, it's very deceivingly simple. Okay, so give him the open. All right, now, the problem is I have this cut that's coming straight. Okay, you're going to want to move over here and then off. We're not doing that. Boom. I'm going to turn on this foot. Turn on this foot. And that's going to make me get off the line. And what I'm looking for is the inside of his weapon. The yin space behind his cut. Boom. It allows me to catch his weapon almost. Boom. Boom. Without coming here. When my body curves, my weapon can be up and down and yet act like it's a curving weapon. Okay? What you're going to notice is that as he comes in here, I don't leave right away. My strategy is different. Okay, so boom, I kind of have to wait. I'll show you, I won't wait, I move with him. The angle's crisscross. You see, if I put the angle where I was, I would miss. So Ushiro Tenkan is going to use not a creating of distance, but a rotational deviation. And that's going to require that I'm waiting here much longer than you might want to. So I'll do it both ways, deviating the head ahead. You can see my angle is off. And waiting longer, then I'll catch it. Distance off, it's off angle. Weird. Waiting, deviating. Second one, I'll reach out to make contact. If I'm going to catch his weapon, I have to first reach for his weapon and then absorb his weapon. Okay, so if I was going to catch the ball or something, my hands are out and I will absorb the ball in. And my hands don't stay here and I let it hit me. And my hands don't stay there and I let it hit my hands. So I will reach for it and then absorb that coming back here. Reach for it, boom, absorb it coming back here. Boom, waiting, boom. Waiting, absorb, catch. Boom, pop. Okay, let's go. So we're going to work with Yokomenuchi now. I'm going to take those last two things. So he's coming up, and I am going to seek contact initially. Boom. What I'm not going to do is he goes, and then I do this. So I seek contact initially. I stay on that single pivot point, in this case the right knee, without moving back. So this is going to be incorrect, and this is going to be incorrect. Immediately seek the relationship and then yield to it. Seek it, yield to it. Boom. Here we go. I'll feel the pressure. So I'm going inside, and what I'm going to do is drop my elbow. I'm not going to take my hand down. My elbow is going to drop. Boom, right there. So, up, and my elbow is going to drop. Boom, right here. Boom. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's go. Common misunderstanding with striking all the time, like we talked about on the punching. People punch out here. They're not in tight when they're punching. The Josuke, same thing. They're hitting from out here as opposed to hitting there. Kicking is always out of range. And the same thing with Yokomen. Yokomen people want to go like this. He just punch you in the face when you come around like, oh, thank you. Okay? Also, that's not biomechanically sound. Majority of my mass is far from my weapon, and thus the target. The elbow joint is, you got a joint in the middle of the lever. That's a weak point too, so there's going to be energy leakage there and probably an injury. So my hand will come up the center line, and I'm going to use my body to change whatever angle that I might need. But I don't make my hand go to the side. So my hand comes up, and then my elbow drops in, and then my body is hitting. My whole body is hitting. Oh, not like this. I'm not doing that. I'm in tight. This is Yokomen, okay? So it's still the principles of Ushiro Tenkan, okay? So this part's all the same. I come up, I seek contact. All right. I'm going to shift weight onto a single pivot point, and I'm going to rotate, and so I'll be inside of that strike. And then this isn't anything. This is just me getting a new vector of attack. Okay? So up, I'll shift onto the single pivot point. So there's no weight on this foot, and I will rotate out of the way. Boom. Single pivot. Boom. Reach out for contact. Single pivot. Out of the way. Same thing. My elbow will drop inside. Boom. It's a strike. Contact. Boom. Elbow drops inside. Boom. Elbow bounce. Boom. Elbow. Boom. Go quicker. Okay, let's go. Now that the checking hand is getting you, okay? So he's going, this hand right here is getting you, going like this, okay? We'll do this side. And you're painting the picture. You're like, I'm making him go down. I'm not making him go down. So he's going, and I'm hitting him, okay? So I'm not here to get his arm. Just like in the sword, I'm not knocking him down. I just am adhering to the movement. So as we're going up, I'm adhering to the movement. And it's going to do me different things, okay? The first thing is I actually have a check. If I'm on the inside and I want to stay on the inside of his hand, I don't want to go on the outside of his hand. So I have to stay perpendicular to my angle of cancellation. Not go over it. He can hug me and all kinds of stuff. Keep him on the outside if I'm on the inside. So boom, I'm on the inside. Boom, I'm on the inside. I'm on the inside. So then when I'm on the inside like this, instead of tilting him, I just let his strike keep going into the technique. When you tilt him, you're trying to change the direction of his strike. Well, his strike's coming here. Boom! So I'm just staying inside of that. Okay. Next thing is if I use Aiki adhesion rather than an external check, just kind of hang out. You can affect his balance more. Much more than you go and you're just trying to cut this down. Okay? So instead I'm blending with his energy and I just keep extending that into the strike. Into his strike. Keep extending it into his strike. Boom. Hop. Extending. So that's what that hand's doing. This hand is just coming in. Boom. Boom. So I'll keep doing it, but you're watching the checking hand. Again, look at the checking hand. Okay, so he's going up, I reach out to get him. Now he's going to drop his elbow in, so there's going to be inward pressure right there. We're going to go really slow. Okay, so as I feel his inward pressure, that's when I start yielding on this foot. Do you see? And that's going to decide. Go back. That's going to decide that I'm going to Ushiro Tenkan. Okay. So I'm over here, and at a certain point as I rotate into this, I can't go anymore, and I feel that pressure now on me. So that's when I go ahead and step back. So you're still doing the yielding strategy, okay? So I'm going up, his pressure's coming in, so I will shift weight. That's me moving in the same direction. You don't have to tilt your head. I'm still moving in the same direction as his weapon is. And I'm going to rotate, and now here I can't turn anymore, and that's when my foot will move and yield again. Okay, so again, up. That's the first yield. I'm done rotating, and that is exactly where the Ushiro Tenkan happens. Boom, shift, rotate. Then I can't rotate anymore. I can't rotate anymore. So he's now still pushing on me, and that's where the Tenkan happens. Okay, but watch how I'm using my inward and outward spirals. My hand's not straight out trying to do this thing. All of the yielding is happening also with my spirals. So I'm going to show you, he's going to come in, and when I feel the pressure, you see how as I rotate, I can take that pressure off. So I'm not here and just moving out of the way. My arm itself is going through its own yin phases as it's going through the inward spiral. Boom. You'll feel that pressure turn inside of it. So, boom, turn. Not 1, 2, I had no awareness of that. Or worse, boom. Come up and rotate inside of it. Boom, you see, you can do this, you're past that same contention point. Boom, I passed the contention point. So pay attention how this hand is rotating. Palm towards me, then out. Boom. Even if I start here, I'm cognizant that I can rotate this hand. It's almost the opposite, because you want to go this way. And I'm actually going this way. Other side. Boom. My hand's going this way. Same side from this way. Boom. This way. Not out. You're contending with this the entire time. So yield. Boom. Use your spiral. Boom. The more your spirals are yielding, boom, then the less deviation you actually need, the less time you need. So it's just a redundant system. Boom. You can see how much it's taking off.